Anyway, these do look nice though. So if anything, it's got looks going for it, which is unfortunately not the case for many of us here. Uh, Speak for yourself, Anthony. Okay, so these are clicky switches. Oh man, they feel kind of fun though. Wodule. Welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow. Mr. Pineapple Face, welcome. They sound nice, but they feel nice, but the sound is not too consistent between the switches. Well, hold on. Maybe what I need to do is I need to use the same finger. No, I think they sound different. But of course, they don't sound that different from each other. It's nowhere near as bad as say Cherry MX Blues. That shit is, my god. They do feel better than Cherry MX Blues though. I will say that. A lot better. So I'm kind of excited to see how these sound. Of course, box whites are not perfect as well in terms of their clickiness. They feel consistent, but their sound also isn't consistent. More consistent than MX Blues, but also not perfect. So yeah, they sound pretty nice. So someone's asking what switches, right? So we just read that just now. It's on the bag. Maybe I should just leave the bag here. Okay, there you go. Hope you can see that. So yeah, if anything, it looks nice. It looks very nice. And I'm hoping they fit in this plate nicely. Man, if you're gonna use Zeal bottoms, why not just go plateless with these things, man? Although you might need a different PCB though if you go plateless. But I think it should be a pretty nice PCB to go with. The plate, it's almost like no plate anyway. But yeah, man, I fucking love this plate, man. Just the way it holds the switches. As someone who builds a ton of different kinds of plates, when you find a plate that fits switches nicely, oh my god, it feels so good. Who is it? What incarnation? Who's that? Do you have vintage black for sale? I do not, unfortunately. Goes Grixley. Rope, hello. VPR is also here, and Ixenovia. So it was purple. See, I should have looked at chat. Damn it. Damn, dude. Dude, you should have stayed. Are you still here in chat? Dude. Hold on. Let me... Do I still have your phone number? Maybe I do. Hold on. Purple, are you still here? You should at least say hi. What the hell? Or I guess maybe you're in a hurry. When was that message? What? Does my message not have fucking timestamps? Boy314, hello, hello. Yeah, so that was purple. He dropped off some stuff. Super cool. Let's see what we got. So we have the... Yeah, I just didn't look at chat. Man, if he had said so a bit earlier, I would have invited him in. What the hell? Now he's gone. Can't stay. Okay, that's fine. Well, thank you so much. Okay, well, we've got more stuff to. You know what? Let's go ahead and look at see what he dropped. Man, look at this. Freaked me the fuck out, cause my apartment complex. I mean, I'm not in a terrible area, but so I'm in kind of a. I'm in between. I'm in kind of a nice-ish area, kind of, but I'm in the armpit of that nice-ish area. So I'm in the, you know, that one dark spot, you know, like say, you know, a mole on your face or whatever. Well, maybe some people like moles. I don't know, but yeah. So if I'm not expecting a package and suddenly I hear some cool shit. There's one time I had someone knock on my door at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. and that was like, what the hell? And I was awake. So, and, you know, my AC was turned off because it was early spring, so it's still cold outside. So my AC turned off, so everything was quiet, and you just hear this loud knocking. I'm like, what the fuck? But so purple, thank you so much. Knocked and dipped. Yeah. So we've got some cool shit. Okay, let's check this out. So what is this? A digital micrometer. Very nice. Oh man. Oh man. I've always needed this for when she asks how big it is. The wallet. That's exactly what I meant. Yes. Oh, look at that. Yeah, see, it's kind of a multi-use micrometer. You know, it's even got this. Okay, so we'll have to figure this out later, but this is okay. All right, man, we are sciencing it up in here. We've also got a stainless steel digital caliper. Very cool. Thanks, purple. Very cool. Forgot he ordered food. Oh, and Russ, thanks for the... Oh, it's a gift sub from Tasman Solutions. Thank you, thank you. Random knock at the door and random box. Yeah. What is this called? The cops. Oh, look at that. Man. Now I can finally measure how out of spec the Kyle box switches are. Man, look at that. See, U versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. Feels bad. Man, I'm pretty excited to actually use some of these. Should be pretty good. Okay, let's do these two here. Oh, this. That's all we brought, no lube. No, I like going in raw and dry. And we've got, okay, what is this? A thickness gauge. How do you use this? So do you just use oh wow. So I've actually never seen one of these before. I feel like I'm gonna cut myself on these things. Yeah, so they're all in varying thicknesses. I wonder how they're arranged actually. So you've got 0.88 millimeter, 0.04. They're all very greasy too, by the way. It's all lubed up. Holy shit. 0.05. Oh, does it just get thicker and thicker? Wait. Oh, wait, what? Okay, so I think it's an increasing thicknesses. So yes. It's just that the first few are so thin that they look like they're stacked together. Man, thanks so much, dude. Really appreciate it. I can measure how warp space bars are. Oh no. And then we've got the... Okay, so I should probably clean my hands first. There's a shit ton of oil and grease over. A mole on my face. I have a lot of moles actually. Like if you just look at just this one hand, you'll see a shit ton of them. Some people really hate moles. I'm ambivalent. I'm Ante. Welcome. Let's see who else is here. But yeah, I really appreciate all these tools. Cause these are actually useful. Keyboard science. So you say you can finally measure how bad box fights. Oh yeah. Yeah. Cause so I don't know if you guys have tried the cruciformer. It's not very easy to use. And I heard from someone else who has been working on some of his box switches to send to me to build. He had to get rid of a handful of switches because he stabbed himself in the finger with the switch pin from using the cruciformer and bled over the switches, so he had to throw them out. Yeah, so now that we have the jig for this, I will probably try to show them maybe next Monday. Yeah, so, and the thing about the jig also is that, so here it is. So, I could put the cruciformer somewhere, not to look for it. Somewhere on my desk. Yes, so I also cut myself on using that tool. So yeah, we'll show this maybe next Monday. I need to do all this first. If we have time today, then I'll do this. Yeah, so I also stabbed myself, and I actually had to delay a stream one time because of that. Like, I delayed my stream for like 15-10 minutes because I fucking jabbed myself and bled, and then I had to go wash and dry up and all that. Yeah, and so if you are getting a cruciformer in, or you have one already, you haven't used it, I would actually suggest using it on an assembled board or on a plate or something. Somewhere, you just need a way to have your switches stationary. Don't try to hold it in one hand and then use the cruciform. You are going to cut yourself. Kyle really blew a 28-point lead in those box switches. Too soon, man. Any recommendation on new nice linear switches? You know these problems with Tilios before. Funny you ask, because just on Friday I mentioned that I lubed 15 Zealio V2s, and previously I had a pretty bad experience with Tilios. The reject rate was 50%. So reject rate is what I like to use for, so say vintage black switches has a reject rate, in my experience, of around 15%, 10-15%. So reject rate is the number of switches that are just unusable, just reject rate, either from scratchiness or some other weird problems. And then with the Tilios was the first switch type that I really noticed the ticking or clicking problem. And the thing is, you don't notice it as much with other linears because it either doesn't exist, the problem doesn't exist, or it just doesn't happen that much, so you don't notice it. But I definitely noticed it on that batch because it was around 50%. I was getting rid of 50% of the switches that I lubed, and so that was definitely an issue, and you could definitely feel it. And so that's why I even told this person, I told him, this guy who sent me these Zealio V2s, I told him, I will lube 10 or 15 first, and then I will get back to you. I'll tell you whether we can continue or not. And so all 15, every single one of them had the ticking or clicking problem. And so it is 100% reject rate. He at first said, it's okay, and he probably won't feel it. It's fine. I kept trying to tell him, no, you will eventually feel. I'm pretty sure, maybe you don't feel it now on individual switches. I'm pretty sure. The problem is, once you do detect it, there's no going back. Once you feel it, you can't unfeel it. That's the problem. So I'm telling him I told him to contact Zeal, see what's going to happen. And my recommendation to him was to, cut his losses. So sell the remaining Zealio switches as, brand new basically. Maybe someone else wants them, I don't know. And just buy Gator Milky linears, because those are especially for the price. You know, you can easily afford a 50% reject rate with 25-cent switches. In my experience, the Milky Gateron yellows, the reject rate is around 30%. Now 30% sounds terrible, but it's way better than 50 and 100%. And 30% for 25-cent switches, meh. The other thing, of course, the thing is then you do have to loop more switches though. You have to loop 30% more switches, so you kind of have to take that into account, you know, as time or as labor. But like I said just now, reject rate that includes all the defects, scratchiness, and we're not talking like regular scratchiness. We're talking abnormal scratchiness, so that means they feel different from the rest of the switches. And the clicking or ticking issue. The problem with the clicking and ticking issue is that it's very hard to show on stream. Very hard. Sometimes it's audible, and even then, you will have to really bump up your audio to hear it. 200 Tilios, Bug Whisper. Yeah, I don't know, man. Just don't test them. Just build them and just say fuck it and use them. Don't, or sell them. If you ask me, I would recommend just fucking getting rid of all. I'm gonna keep it sub 100. Violet Viceroy, are you in EU or where are you? Click leaf or scratchiness. 10% is actually pretty low. Have you done the Tilios? What should I expect to pay on some vintage blacks? It depends. Vintage blacks, the problem is it could be. I would at the moment I wouldn't recommend vintage blacks. I've had some disappointing experiences as of late because now I think we're finally running out of good vintage black switches, or at least reliable sources of good vintage blacks. So some of the ones I've been seeing are actually terrible, and I just wouldn't recommend them. Funch. So what's the other band box? Oh, we're just about to do that.